Hey guys, okay, today we're going to do some factoring, we'll call it extension factoring. So some mixed factoring and some harder factoring questions. So let's start with something like this. So we've never seen anything like this before, and it's actually a cubic, not a quadratic. But what hopefully you do notice is that each one has an x in it. So it is actually just a greatest common factor question, but instead of us taking out a number, we're going to take out an x. So we take out an x, and what we're left with is 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Okay, so then what we need to do is factor this bit right here. We're going to use the reverse box method to do that. So we're going to set up our box. So we always do the 2 by 2. We multiply this by this. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to be negative 10 and add to be negative 9. So those numbers are negative 10 and 1. I place the bottom, in the bottom right hand corner, I place the C value, and in the top left hand corner, I place this. That's always how I set up my box every single time. And then what I do is I take these and put them in. So negative 10x and 1x, okay? Then you're gonna pull out the greatest common factor. So what can I take out of a 1x and a minus 5? I can take out a 1. What can I take out of a 2x squared minus 10x? I can take out a 2x. What can I take out of here? I can take out an x. What can I take out of here is a negative 5. And at this point, I'm just gonna double check and make sure it makes sense. So 2x times x is 2x squared. X times x, 1x. Or sorry, x times 1 is 1x. 2x times minus 5, negative 10, and minus 5 times 1 is minus 5. So we're good to go. So this part factors to be 2x plus 1 and x minus 5. So remember, that part is that part. So I still have my x here. Okay? So now to find my x-intercepts, I need to take each bracket and set it equal to 0 and solve for x. So x equals 0, 2x plus 1 equals 0. Rearrange for x, so I'm going to subtract 1 from each side, divide both sides by 2, and do the same thing here. Set this bracket equal to 0, add 5 on each side. So I actually have 3 x-intercepts in this question. Okay, I want to do one more example of extension factoring. So this looks kind of like it's going to be a reverse box method question, but there's y's involved. But we actually do it the exact same way. So this is how I want you to set it up, okay? Set up our box, put this term here, put this term here, okay? Then you're going to do the same thing, multiply this by this. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 6 and add to be 5. So we really haven't done anything different at this point. So our numbers are 2 and 3. But then what we need to put in here is basically these need to add together to be 5xy. So you're doing 2xy plus 3xy. Okay, so that's what needs to go here, 2xy and 3xy. And then you go ahead and pull out the greatest common factor. So I can take a y out of this, I can take an x out of this, I can take a 3x out of here, and I can take a 2y out of here. And then I just double check to make sure that all of these multiplications work, and they do. So this whole thing equals, that's it factored, okay? You're not going to find x-intercepts for this because it's not a quadratic, it's more complicated than that. So you can just stop at that point.